Welcome to the 5-Minute Trading Edge, brought to you by the Institutional Edge System. Well, make no mistake about it, there is a lot of news surrounding us these days, and by news we mean market-shaking, market-moving events that we all need to keep an eye on. Now, nothing bigger than our most recent event with Brexit. If you were brave enough to trade that when it happened, you saw all the action anyone could possibly hope for in a news trading event. Now, if you recall that fateful Thursday, when early returns came in, the markets went up based on the belief that the UK was in fact leaning towards staying in the European Union. Then there were a series of major blocks that came out and said, no, we want to leave. There was some indecision. And then no, folks voting to leave got momentum, more indecision. And then eventually the bottom fell out. Well, if you didn't have a risk management plan in place and a way to execute that, you could have potentially been dealing not just with a loss or a setback, but a catastrophic loss, an account clearing event. And so it's with moments like these that we're going to take a look at risk management, and specifically intra-trade strategies that allow you to manage risk using ATM, Advanced Trade Management, a tool right within NinjaTrader. This brings your risk plan straight to your chart and allows you to manage it right on the spot in a way that allows you to concentrate on your trade. Now let's take a look at what this is. This is automated. So it puts in stop losses and set your stop loss and your profit targets right in place. It's customized, so it suits your risk loss plan. And specifically what we're looking at here is your risk reward ratio. So if I'm a scalper, I might have a risk reward ratio of 1, willing to risk $1 to make $1, or even 1 to 2. Or I'm willing to risk $1 to make $2. If I'm a place or a swing trader, based on a wider margin for error, I might have something that looks like a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 4. Willing to risk 1 and come away with 4. This great tool allows us to dynamically manage our stops. So as price advances in our direction, to capture or lock in those profits by advancing the stop. Let's take a look at what this looks like. So it's right there embedded within your chart trader in NinjaTrader. If I click on this tab and click custom, something like this comes up. Now, if I'm dealing with more than one order quantity, I can put that in and that will populate there. This is where my ratio goes in. So I'm dealing with a 1 to 2 and I select it based on ticks. So 10 ticks for my loss, 20 ticks for my target profit. This is time enforced and this is usually set to daily. If you want just a basic, straightforward way for using ATM, these settings will get it done. If you want to get more complex, you can add in trailing stops and trailing targets with this stop strategy. Simply save it as a template. It will be there among your drop downs if you have more than one ratio that you want to choose from throughout your trading day. Once you select it, here's what it looks like. So as long as this option is available right there in your chart trader, you take a position here and it gets filled, you automatically have your stop in place and also your target in place. And these are things that you can adjust. How does this help us? Well, going back to our friend Brexit, if we decided to get in, say, right here, we were thinking that they were going to stay in the European Union. We saw that indecision come into play after the folks who voted to leave came in. You thought, hey, you know what? It's all said and done. We're going to shoot back up here. Well, it didn't. In a matter of seconds, this is on a 15-minute chart, you would have been facing a huge loss, if not a potential wipeout with as fast as the markets were moving. ATM would have had you set up and would have protected and limited your losses by simply having those stops in place automatically. So there it is, risk management. Bring your risk management plan straight to your chart. Those ratios, bring them alive and actively use them. Once they're in place, honor those stops and targets. So ATM does have the ability to move or push those things around. Keep those stops in place unless you're advancing them to capture profits. And then finally, avoid catastrophic losses at all costs. If you'd like to see more about how you can profit from ATM or advanced trade management, watch the free 4-part training at institutionaledgesystem.com. Until then, thank you for your time.